morning, lovely people. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are continuing to chip away at the mystery knit along that I am participating in over the next few weeks. I asked you guys in the last video when I started it how you guys want to see this project presented, and you guys want to see like frequent updates instead of one big project vlog like weeks and weeks later. So here we are. This is gonna be part 2. I think I'm gonna do 3 weeks worth of knit along in this. That feels good to me because it's like a 7-week knit along. We've already done the first 2 weeks. I figure we do 3 weeks and then we'll do one more video where we do like the last couple of weeks and the finishing details. Let's refresh our memory on where we currently are. So this is where we ended week 2 with this really cool little texture section that has these like slip stitches that pull all the way up. Super cool, very interesting. And this is the back. This is where the German short rows were. My stitch marker literally just went flying and stitches are falling off, but this is where we are starting today. I am so pleased with how this looks and I'm super excited to keep working on it. Oh man, I'm losing stitches! Dumb. Okay, I have been sitting here staring at my color options and I read through week 3's clue and I have thoughts, okay? First of all, if you do not feel like going back to watch the first video and you don't know what a mystery knit along is, I'll tell you very quickly. The designer, in this case, Zanette Knits, I think is how you say it, they create this beautiful pattern and they break it up into sections, and each week they release a different section for you to knit, and you don't really know what it's going to look like or how it's going to come together until you're done. And you may be wondering, like, how do you choose the colors? Well, they release a color guide to kind of help you choose colors that complement each other or have contrast for these certain groups, for these certain parts of the pattern, right? So there are 4 groups of colors. Color A is the main color. That's my like oatmeal-y, cream flecked situation. Color number 2 is like a secondary contrast. That's my shades of pink. I'm using like a hot pink, a very light pink, and a medium pink. That's the pinks you see. Color number 3 is a contrast, and that's like my main contrast color. That I chose shades of blue. And so I pulled all of my random like 1 skeins of blue. I have some sitting in front of me because I'm trying to make color choices, but shades of blue. And then the 4th group of color is supposed to be your hem color, like what you do for your neckline and your arm ribbing and stuff. And that can either be one of the other 3 colors or it can be a completely new color. And I pulled white for that. And in this week's clue, we are knitting what I think may be the rest of the yoke, because we're supposed to split for sleeves this week, and then you also do the collar. And so now I'm sitting here posed with this dilemma of like, what colors do I use? For the rest of the yoke, it's going to be color A, which I only have the 1 color A, and then it's going to be a shade of blue. And then I gotta decide what the color is gonna be. And I have some parameters, right? Because this is a scrap yarn project. So I only have a limited amount of each color of yarn, and I was already scraping the bottom of the barrel to meet these meter requirements for each color group. And I don't have a super ton of my main colors to repeat those colors for the hem, and that's why I pulled the white. But I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it. Like, after doing weeks 1 and 2, I just, but maybe I do like it. I don't know. Maybe I do like it. Guys, do I like it? because I saw someone on Ravelry, which I've been digging through the Ravelry projects to look at other people's designs each week, and we're already like 3 or 4 days into week 3 and I'm just starting, but people have finished. And there was someone who has a very similar base yarn as me. It's like an oatmeal-y color, and they did a white collar, and I'm just like, wait, that looks good. But when I first looked at it, I was like, wait, maybe I don't like it, but maybe I do. My second option would be to use this solid dark blue. This solid dark blue could do the trick too, but this feels safe. This feels like the safer option instead of going with the contrasty pop of color. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure that out. I think I may ask my friends on social media for answers to that, because you guys won't be able to give me the input I need in the time that I need it, because you guys are going to see this for another few weeks. So I must make these decisions. And then also the next section of color work is, well, the next section is color work, and it's going to be using the base color and a shade of blue. And I'm trying to decide, like, what shade of blue do I want to do? Do I want to, and it's going to be the reverse contrast of this. So you see how this is mostly the cream, like beige color with the blue as the accent. This next section is going to be mostly the blue with the beige as the accent. So my first instinct is to just use the same combination as I did here, knowing that it'll just be flipped. I think that will look really good. That's my initial stance, like my initial thought. But I have yet to use this solid dark blue, and part of me is thinking maybe now is the time. But I don't want too much dark blue together, and I have a strip of the dark blue flecked, which is what I ended the last section with. I don't know, maybe it would also look good to like go into a dark blue section. This is really the hardest part. This is the hardest part, is making the color decisions and hoping that it will continue to like marry and read cohesively, because you don't know what the next part of the pattern is going to be. Oh gosh. Okay, I feel like I have a good direction. I think I'm going to stare at these colors for a little longer, maybe ask a friend for their input, and then I think I'll probably scroll Ravelry some more and look at more people's projects and color options, because that really helps me. And I feel like that's cheating a little bit, because it's supposed to be a mystery and you should be like doing it on your own. I'm sorry, I need to see what other people's are doing. I need to see other people's colors so I can feel like I'm making a good decision. So I can be like, actually, I don't like the way the light colors look on hers, but I like the way the dark colors look on that. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. I will check back in when I start knitting and let you guys know what I end up choosing. Let me know right now in the comments what you would have choose. Would you look at this, you guys? Oh my gosh, how freaking pretty is this? This is the motif that Clue 3 made with the colors that I chose. And as we said, Clue 3 does have the neck as well. I am going to hold off on it though. I do know what color I want to use. I'm gonna use a dark blue, but I just really do not feel like picking up these stitches right now. So I'm going to move on to clue number 4. And for clue number 4, we're gonna be using our base color, of course. And we're going to be continuing, I think it's this motif. We're going to be doing that motif again, and I believe I want to use the dark blue fleck with this. All right, this dark blue fleck, and then we need my shades of pink. Since I ended this clue with the hot pink, I'm going to choose one of the other pinks to be next, but I'm gonna be using all 3 pinks in the next clue, just in different orders. It's exciting to be split for the sleeves. It's really starting to come along, but just a little modification that I made. I was supposed to split for the sleeves 3 rows earlier. I decided to just complete the chart and then split for the sleeves just to give myself a little more room. I always like to be on the more cautious side because I do have very broad shoulders and very long arms, and I never want my shoulder or yoke to fit too tightly. So I always give myself a little bit of cushion, and so I did make that little modification. Just FYI. You just have to know the way your body works and the way you like things to fit, you know, like take the pattern with a grain of salt. But we're gonna use all 3 pinks and these 2 for the color work. And we got some fun texture apparently, according to the Clue intro. So I'm excited to see how this week's Clue knits up. So let's go. Okay, I just looked at the pattern again and realized I need, I want to use 2 more shades of blue for the like texture work outside of the color work. So I'm gonna use this blue for the color work with the main, and then these 2 blues, which is this blue, and I haven't used this one quite yet, but this is the blue that I plan on using for the collar, which I'm still deciding on. At this point, I'm trying to decide what type of collar I want to do, a turtleneck or like a folded collar or unfolded rib, or you know, an I-cord. I don't know, like there's so many options. So I feel like I just want to see the sweater like build more before I pull the trigger. I totally forgot that I had this light blue flecked, so I'm going to be using all of them. I'm gonna use this one, I'm gonna use this one, and I'm gonna use this one for the stripes. Okay, let's do it. So for week 5, I'm just gonna jump right in because I am technically behind, so I had a few weeks stacked up. But week 5 is essentially this motif down here. And so I'm gonna do what I did up here and use the same 2 colors so that like the color story stays consistent, because the contrast is kind of flipped. You see how like there's more tan here than here? That's how it's going to be here. So I think that will look really good and make it feel more consistent, because with so many colors and textures used, it can start to feel like chaotic and silly. But I think having some type of flow and like consistency really makes it all tie together. the week 5 clue. I did not read the full clue when I first started it, so I thought it was shorter than it was. It's actually significantly more, not significantly more, but there's more. And I just wasn't expecting that. But I'm going to, I think I want to try it on for you guys. It's been a long day, sorry it's late. But I think I want to try it on for you guys. And I don't think I'll finish knitting clue 5 in this video, but I do want to try it on because I haven't tried it on yet. And I'm so curious about how it's fitting and just like the sizing of it all. What I need to finish is repeating clue 4 under this clue 5 pattern. That's what it says, and it has the hem, so we put the hem on as well in like the rest of clue 5, but I'll save that for the next update. Let's just try her on because I feel like this video is long enough. You know, I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this, sister. This looks pretty good. I hate that it's nighttime and it's like the gross nighttime lighting, but yeah, love, L-O-V-E, capital letters, the way this fits. Oh snap. So essentially the goal, I think, is kind of where my shirt stops, which is, you know, like normal hip length, right? Like a normal top. That's what I'm going for. And so I think that repeating the next section as the pattern calls for will make sense. Don't tempt me, but it's a good time to just add the hem right now and make that bad boy cropped. Should that be the vibe? Bro, should that be the vibe? Oh man, I don't know. You're gonna have to come back for the next update because I may be tempted to make her cropped and have it stop here. That feels really cute. That feels really cute. Okay, I don't know. Oh, the decisions. But also that's the fun part of doing a mystery knit along and like having the opportunity to like introduce your own design features and your own style and like your own modifications, choosing the colors, like the vibe. And I don't know, is this itching to be cropped? I gotta do some math. I gotta do some measuring, but I'm low-key loving the way this is looking like this. And I just don't know if cause it's gonna be another 6 inches, because it says 14 inches from the underarm. I'm currently at 9, so yeah, I would need another 5 inches, 5-6 inches, which is what that section is. And what does that look like? That's all the way down here. I don't know. All right, we're discussing this in real time, friends. I think I may just jump right into the hem. Because I don't know if I want to knit another 5 inches, which puts it at where the shirt is, and then the hem. I don't know if I like that. Okay, I really think I may just do the hem. Or if anything, I may do one of these little like brick sections and then the hem. That may be the move. So I still get my cropped look without it being too crazy long, because that felt very long. And I just don't know if that's what this sweater is giving. I don't know if I want the sweater to be that long. I'm kind of loving it like this. Let me know what you think in the comments. I need your help. Let me know what you think in the comments. I will be reading them. I will be taking them into consideration. What would you do? Would you do another 5 inches and then most likely another 2 inches? Or should we leave it up here at the hip? Let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. I will be in the comments talking to you. So I'll see you. Okay, bye.